Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Children of Morta. Now I usually would like to start out my episodes in the actual run rather than on this screen because this screen has frame rate issues due to a recording problem. I assume it's a recording problem. It's nothing to do with the actual game. The actual game is fine, but OBS for some reason struggles on this screen. But the reason I am on this screen right now is because before I go into this final zone, I wanted to show you all of the happy animations for all of the animals, because I have a whole bunch of rare and even common and even rare animal treats stockpiled. So we're just gonna show you what each of these animals does once you give them some of the good stuff. So let's get each of them to full by giving them 3 regular treats, and I'll give you 2. Oh wow, you become golden. You're overjoyed. I don't think I've ever seen that. That is great. So that is what Faramars does when you satisfy all of his desires. He becomes overjoyed and gives you a 20% experience gain. Let's give 2. Let's give, I guess, 3. The fish swim around. Let's give and I guess 2 is the most we can do. And the fish are now overjoyed, which is giving us a 7% dodge chance. Let's go to Hashmal the kitten. Okay, yeah, sure, let's give you 3. Now let's give you... And again, I think this is the highest we can go. Now Hashmal is overjoyed, and the cat very adorably rolls around on the carpet. Now let's go to Jolt the owl and friends. So this one should be interesting. So let's give you... So let's give you 3 common. Oh, that was a somewhat more muted animation. And let's give you 2 more. So now you are overjoyed, giving us movement speed. And Riker, I mean, we don't really need his bonus anymore, but it wouldn't be nice to leave him out when, all the other animals are getting treats. So let's give you 3. And let's give you 2 rare treats. I think that's gonna be the maximum. And now Riker is overjoyed. And so all of our animals are giving us their maximum bonus, and to boot, it also has this lovely little golden icon. All of the hearts are golden. Now we can finally start our run. We're gonna go into Terra Lava Zone 2. Again, apologies for the frame rate. I assume it's happening because well, look at all those bonuses. I assume the frame rate issue is happening because why would it stop? Even though I can't see it. And even though if you were playing the game, you wouldn't be able to see it as well. It's something that only applies to the recording. Going in here with Lucy, of course. Because she is my favorite. And that's a good start. We already have a gemstone. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Let's try to keep our distance from these guys. This zone, area 30, has 3 sections. Pretty standard for this game. Some have 2, I think one zone in the second chapter had 4. But most of them will have 3, which is a nice number, and I need to be a bit more careful because because I only have a limited number of free hits from my my shield orbs. So I can't just stand there and let monsters attack me, you know, and just not do anything about it, because eventually they will get through all my shield orbs and eventually will start doing actual damage, which is not something I want. But I'm sure we're gonna do fine. We're playing as my favorite character, and indeed the best and strongest character in the entire game. It'd be nice if we could level her up a little bit and make some of her already overpowered abilities. Again, I lost all of my shield orbs because I walked into those little slugs. So that was disappointing, but we'll get them back. Assuming we don't get hit for a while, which is harder to ensure than you might think because of all these guys spawning stuff on the ground, like absolute jerks. Alright. Come on, let's get it together. We're playing as Lucy. There's no reason for us to be having this much trouble. And I really hate those enemies that spawn walls. It's so annoying. Just because the walls are hard to see in these dark dungeons. And sometimes I'll walk into them not even realizing they're there, and it's not even that it harms me that much, because I don't think I've ever died because of that, or it hasn't happened too much. It's just really, like, it breaks your momentum when you're trying to move through a place quickly and you, like, suddenly come to a dead stop because there's a wall in your way that you didn't realize was there. Alright, let's take these guys down. I guess I should go back and pick up some health, but I'm sure we will regenerate most of it. Alright. Alright. Just being a little bit cautious. Again, I don't want to rush through this place because I want to fight properly. I want to ensure I get good bonuses, because I'll be honest, I don't remember what this boss is. So I want to be as prepared as I can get. Even with an overpowered character, it does help to still stick to the fundamentals of the game and to do the basic things right. You don't want to give into hubris, because that's when things start to fall apart. Alright, let's continue picking up runes, because you never know when one of them might be new. Give us a new codex entry. I'm only opening these chests because sometimes they will have divine items, and indeed that one was a nice one. Like any obelisk we touch now will also heal us. So this one, for instance, which would normally just give us some defense, now also healed us, although we didn't really need the healing, but it's nice to know we have that. Okay, you guys are really cramping my style. Just too many different types of enemies in close proximity, and you gear up to fight one type and there's a guy in the corner doing some stupid stuff like spawning things on the ground. It's just a whole thing. This is something that rarely comes into play because it's just too hard to consistently get your kill counter high unless you're actively putting yourself in danger to do so, and that's never a good idea. Alright, we're already on the second zone. I think we're moving through this pretty quickly. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's just continue going through methodically. Alright, what's this?
Adam finally finds someone to ask about the black substance.
Alright, let's just read this entry quickly. Adam, what is he saying? I'm just gonna read this and then summarize it. So he gained an audience with Anai Surava, but I didn't really help him from the looks of it. Oh, as soon as he mentioned the black substance, he was asked to leave. But apparently only the chosen can defeat it. And then some weird stuff happened. So it's a bit of lore for you. Let's continue bringing these guys up. Okay, let's take them down. That's good. We have obelisks. I've got to remember that any obelisk now is a source of healing. Alright. Oh. Big group of enemies. So let's bring them down. Okay, you guys are starting to get annoying again. Not gonna lie.
A temporary reprieve offered by the gods. And a prize waiting.
Health globes and rage globes are more effective. So maybe I should be using my Guardian's Rage more often. Or like using it at all, because I haven't used it even once since I started this run. I haven't really needed to use it because standard attacks are fine. If we find one of those, you know, crazy challenge rooms, I'll use it then. But for now, I think I'm fine. Whoa, what's this?
They owed their lives to the spirit yesterday, and today they begged him for death. Did Anai Sarava know about his people's wants and needs? The Bergson decided to bring it to the spirit's attention.
Uh-oh, I hope this isn't a fight. Oh, I guess what the narrator was saying is that when we meet Anaya Sarava, we'll talk to him about that. Not that, you know, we're gonna like, demand to see the manager kind of thing. But, yeah, the narrator was correct. It seems that this spirit has lost the plot a little bit when it comes to the welfare of the people that are supposed to be under his or its protection. Alright, let's just mow these guys down. Come on, man. These enemies are too spread out. I like them when they're in clumps because that makes the twister so much more effective. And we're at the exit. Do I want to buy anything? I don't really care about that. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. I don't care about any of this. I will take the extra gemstone in case we need it for something. But oh, hello. What are you doing? Whoa, what's
4 steps would have been taken.
Is that the twister doing that? Oh. Gotta not let those beams hit us. I'm just gonna attack these heads. Alright. And just for old time's sake, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so it's not number 1. Okay. It's not number 2. Alright. Off to a fine start. Okay, you are really annoying, so I'm gonna take you out. Hey, look, we finally got some of that lightning damage for our kill counter. It's not number 3, so the first one is number 4. We hit every wrong option that we possibly could have. These guys are still alive, come on. So, 4. And it's not number 1. Okay. Okay. Let's just get through this. 4 and number 2 maybe. Ooh, and now 4 2 3 1. Remember that. 4 2 3 1. And that is our solution. What is our prize? Pray tell. It is. It drops a gemstone. Sure. A rare animal treat. Sure, that's nice, I guess. Alright. Let's continue. These walls are so annoying, man. And it is the Twister doing that. So that's a really awesome one. I like that. I like that one a lot. No doubt it's gonna be handy against the boss as well. Alright, let's. And you guys and your walls. Tear down these walls. Alright. Okay, another gemstone that we may possibly have no use for. I'm full clearing it just because I don't want to rush through. Oh, I mean, but do I want to do this? Sure. I don't think it's going to take that long.
She taunted the Guardian to provoke a pursuit.
I suppose it's fitting that we're getting everything we possibly can in the last regular area of the... What the hell? Where are the footsteps? You're supposed to let me know where to go. Where have I... Is this glitched?
Further she fled.
I think this might be glitched because there are supposed to be footsteps, and unless I've gone in the complete wrong direction, it seems.
Do not linger.
It seems that maybe the footsteps didn't show up. Okay, yeah, there she is. Yeah, for some reason the footprints,
It was
rather.
the end of the line for Bellagio.
The footsteps didn't show up. That's got to be a glitch, unless maybe the idea is that because this is the third area, we'll make it harder. I don't think that could be it. Alright. And let's even kill all of these dudes. What does that do? I'm gonna... Decoy has a shorter cooldown but less health? Was that something that I used? Okay, whatever. I'm here because I want to see if I want to improve one of these things. I think what I want to do is I want to improve the sidewinders, or the chance of getting regular sidewinders from Lucy standing still and shooting. So I invested 2 skill points in that, and it seemed like a worthwhile thing to go for. 2, I want to full clear this zone because it might take a while. It won't take that long. It'll take a few minutes. Alright, let's take you down. We're finding so many gemstones, and I highly doubt we'll be able to find a way to use them all up. You are my worst enemy, putting up these walls. You, I don't mind so much, because I can just evade through the thing you put on the ground, but the walls are just too annoying. More of you jokers. Okay, you disappeared after I blew that thing up, so that's good. Another one of these guys. Come on. Alright. Alright. Things are slowly getting accomplished. By that I mean these guys are slowly but surely getting killed. Took a bunch of damage for no reason because that wall was preventing me from retreating the way I wanted to. Okay, let's take this guy down. I haven't used my decoy in a while. Mainly because I want to get used to being able to avoid damage in a more, I was going to say more legitimate way, but the decoy is a legitimate ability, but I don't want to become over-reliant on it, because I won't be able to spam it against the boss. And, like, most of these fights would be over by the time the decoy vanishes, but the boss fight almost certainly is going to last longer than that. Stun enemies you come into contact with as you evade. Sounds nice. Anybody down here? There's one of these. One of these guys which will split into other... like, it'll split into two, and then those two will split into two. Classic RPG enemy type. And, okay, I'm just gonna throw down a twister there, and, kill this thing. That caused most of them to vanish. Indeed. That looks like the last enemy, so we're just gonna run. I thought that was a rune, but it wasn't. Just gonna run to the end and carry on with this level. Look at this guy. Trying to be clever. What does this do? Sure. I mean, I just used that lower corpse corruption chance, and immediately you spawn an enemy after that. That's, and again, that is just bad timing. Okay. Alright, just another hopper to shoot down, or another few of them. Alright. And we're done. Oh, let's just kill this guy. Leave nothing alive. And let's go. Oh, another one of these guys. I hate you guys so much. Alright. And one of these guys is an elite. Doesn't seem to be working out too well for him. And we are done with this floor. We have so many of these gemstones that I'll buy. Sure, I'll buy that. And I'll buy these just in case maybe one of them was new, but none of them was new. So we're just gonna go to the next floor, and we're gonna hopefully do well against this boss. I anticipate us doing well. We have a strong character with some strong abilities as well. And we found some nice divine graces to help us. So Unless I manage to mess up in a hilariously bad fashion, then I think we should prevail against this boss, like whoever it is. Okay, things are, okay. Oh, you had to throw your wall right there, you absolute scoundrel. Okay, these guys are starting to get on my nerves. I mean, they never stop getting on my nerves, but now they're just doing it even more. Alright. Okay, let's just take these guys down one by one. Alright. Come on, come on. We triggered that projectiles launching from us after getting hit. It seems like a very useless divine grace, because you don't want to get hit that often, and even when it does trigger, it doesn't seem like it does a lot. I mean, if it happened every time you got hit, that would be one thing, but like just for a small chance of getting a minuscule amount of retaliatory damage doesn't strike me as great. But we got it for free, and you know what they say, like if you're getting something for free, then you can't really complain too much. Alright. Okay, let's continue clearing our way through this area. I'm sure we should be getting close to the end by now. What's this? It's probably one of those repeatable... Yes. Okay, so hopefully they go after the decoy. Looks like they are, or maybe not. I'll summon the decoy again. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I have a very high kill counter, which seems to be helping us out a little bit. Okay, I think we solved it. Evade bars regenerate faster is actually pretty useful. What's down here, you guys? Guys. All right. Continue. Sure, there can't be too much left to this level. Come on, come on. Alright. Come on. Let's take this giant machine down. I'll pick up whatever this is. Okay, who is doing that? You're doing that. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. Feeling good about this. I was gonna say we're close to max health, but then I took a bunch of really annoying hits. You're still alive. You can just maybe stop being alive, please. Thank you. We have health on the ground, so we're going to be close to max health. And we won't have to rely on our slow regeneration. In fact, we have a bunch of health on the ground, so what was I even worried about? Okay. Come on. Let's go down here. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, what's going on? Something got in my way, or stunned me, or knocked me around, or... something odd happened right there, and it was hard to see because of all the graphical effects on the screen now. This guy, as long as I keep my distance, shouldn't be able to do very much to me. And that twister is giving him a lot of grief. Alright. What have I picked up? What is this? Increased damage, decreased movement speed. I'll use it against the boss, because if we're in a small arena, I might not care that much about being able to move fast. Although movement speed does definitely help, because it can help you just sidestep attacks rather than having to use your evade. So maybe that's a reason to not use this charm. I'll make a decision once we get to the boss fight. Okay. Now I feel a good sense of momentum because we killed a whole bunch of those red elites. And I think a few regular elites as well. I'm just gonna... Well, I'll wait until I gain a level before I pick up anything. Okay, I'll do this. And I'll go through the rest of the level first, and if there is nothing to use my gems on in the level, then I'm gonna spend all of my gems gambling. You never know, like something could drop that Divine Grace, which gives you extra damage for holding onto gemstones. And there we go. You guys are just coming out of the woodwork, aren't you? Alright. At least the walls will block enemy projectiles. So that's something nice, I guess. I'll open this. And what's that? A vortex that pulls enemies in. Sure, that seems fine, I guess. And I'll just take this health even though we don't need it. And I will go and use my last... okay, there's a small spot on the map up top that I haven't explored. Might as well fully explore it because there's a chance that I might never come to this area again. So might as well just go through it in its entirety. Do I want the Obelisk of Force against the boss? I think I do, because it gives a bit of extra damage. And, I mean, we really shouldn't be requiring more than one instance of Guardian Rage. What's this? Ooh, some lore. I'm glad I came back here then.
Everything can be improved, be made greater. Tired of disease and the frailty of mortals, Ane Sarava instructed his people on how to extend their lives indefinitely.
Extend lives indefinitely. Now that sounds useful.
Always working, always improving, never remembering. Always working.
Okay, so that time we got it in the correct order. Always improving, always working, never remembering, which is pretty... it's kind of sad. I mean, I shouldn't be walking all the way back when I can just do this. Yeah, it's kind of a sad thing. I said I would get the Obelisk of Force. You know what? I don't care. I am ready to fight this boss. And let's talk to Riker as we do. And let me remind myself what relics I have. A totem that knocks enemies back. A vortex that pulls enemies in. Jeez, make up your mind. Which do you want? I guess we'll just...
Ane Sarava, the architect of Terra Lava, and the creator of Jinn, a machine meant to serve the land, not oppress it.
Yeah, kind of remember. So I'm supposed to... Well, I'll fight these guys because they are... Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? I think I need to do this. I need to wait for the missiles to launch, and then try to get them to target this. And then if it happens enough, I think something will happen. Third one is coming up. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, let's not get hit by this. Let's try and do damage. Oh, I took that hit. This is actually a pretty fun fight. Even if I'm not doing it particularly well. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Oh, this time it happened right away. I suspect we won't need the Guardian Rage, because he used the wrong attack 3 times in a row, wasn't even targeting us, and we took him down. Or it down. I don't think that machine has a gender necessarily. Alright, let's go up here.
The air became aggressive, the temperature rising as energy returned to the mighty one and flowed through his veins. Anais Harava was free again. As the spirit gazed upon the family, he felt something different, something unusual. Perhaps this could indeed be the final cycle.
Alright, so that was an encouraging comment from the narrator. The run didn't even take that long. Alright. We found a journal, we found a mysterious egg, but more importantly, we beat the boss and freed Anais Sarava, and I think we're gonna have cutscenes, and I really hope that there aren't gonna be any frame rate issues with them. But let's just take a look and see what happens.
The spirit's words took life, forming images to reveal what was hidden from the Bergsons. Excitement filled the empty space. The promise made was now a promise fulfilled. The rock appeared on the horizon, and the boundless wander ended. Journey had met destination. And the vagabond son of the heavens became the mountain god. His heart skipped, his mind echoed with music. His breath caught when the daughter of Rhea stole his heart and carved it with her name, Rhea Dana. Two became a pair, mates joined in happiness. Who willed to elevate Rhea's creatures. From her wisdom, 3 spirits were created to guard the eons. And they lived 1,000 years in bliss. Until Rhea Dana bore him a daughter. The mountain god could not stand her as he envied the child. Furious, he raged at Rheadana. And she left him. He wore the grudge as if it were a crown, one made of corruption, cursing the name of Rheadana's daughter. He descended into resentment. Thus was the truth revealed to the Bergsons, and the origin of the corruption.
Okay. I think this is possibly another nightmare that someone's having. Very trippy cutscene, whatever it is. Seems to be something playing and then going in reverse.
How could it always be moving, always consuming?
All right. Okay, so I hope that cutscene came through properly. We have one more. The family is all gathered around, and I'm gonna take a look at this cutscene as well, and hopefully we have no frame rate issues, although I'll find out when I review the video later. But yes, let's just take a look at this last cutscene.
Pity or anger? The Bergsons stood shocked, not knowing how to react to the story. The important thing, however, was to break the cycle of evil. But they still did not know what awaited the Children of Morta in the temple of the mountain god.
Alright, the Temple of the Mountain God, by the way, is where we are gonna go next. But yes, before I end this video, let's talk a little bit about that long cutscene we saw where it revealed the backstory of the mountain god. And finally gave us the reasons for why things are happening. And it turns out they're not even like great or epic reasons. Like, I guess he was jealous of his own daughter for reasons that weren't explained. Maybe he wanted to be the center of attention or something. But I mean, it seems pretty silly for that to be the reason that you lose your mind and cause all of the suffering. So, not exactly looking like a very sympathetic figure, is he, the mountain god? So, we're getting closer to the point where we actually will confront him and make him answer for everything he's done. But we will do that in the next episode. For now, we are just going to bask in the satisfaction of having completed everything else. Namely, well, we've cleared the way to the final boss, or the final area, by completing the last part of the third chapter. In addition, we also completed my extra objectives of finding all of the souvenirs and unlocking all of the family traits. So indeed, we are ready to just go through and see how this game ends. And I'm really excited to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the video came out okay, at least the important cutscenes. I'll have to take a look at that afterwards. But yes, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me for the next and probably final video of this part of the Morta series. And yeah, until then, take care.